Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mide Nancy. I'm super excited to be making this video and I'm happy that you clicked on this video today because obviously it interests you. So in case I'm coughing or sneezing or something, I'm not feeling fine. I literally had to force myself to make this video for you because of the constant DMs for the past couple of weeks. People have been asking me the same questions and I just felt like it's high time I made this video and just let people, start getting into the whole application thing. So I'm assuming, or let's say that you missed the Campus France application deadline of your country. For Nigeria, Campus France Nigeria, it was December the 15th, and I think for Ghana it was around January something 2023. So you missed the Campus France application deadline and you wish to travel to France as a student September 2023. In France we don't have winter semester and summer semester, unlike some other countries. But I think there's some private universities actually in France that have such winter summer thing, but most schools resume by September of every year and the application for the next year starts October or September thereabout. So you want to travel to France September 2023, this year that we're in, and you already missed the Campus France application procedure. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 methods in which you can still gain admission to study in France and come to France. So the first one is by applying through the e-candidate application procedure. So I've mentioned this e-candidate application procedure in my videos like before, I'm very sure, but I didn't apply through e-candidate platform. That's why I didn't make a step-by-step video to explain the process to you guys. But I can tell you that because last year I was just in France as an English assistant. I was working, that was whole. And I had colleagues that were also in France as English assistants alongside like me and all. And I was the only one who actually applied through the Campus France application procedure. All my colleagues that are currently students now from the English assistant job, where they're like maybe 5 or 6 now, they all applied through e-candidate application procedure and they got admission. I mean, not everybody who applied got, but many of them are students now. Let me tell you what the e-candidate application platform is about. So basically, e-candidate platform originally is for the citizens of France. Like, as we international students apply through the Campus France of our various countries, so they made another platform that their own citizens can apply through. So that's basically e-candidates, but not only citizens. For people who are already in France as well, they're already settled in France, maybe you're on a work visa or you're on another kind of visa in France, you can as well apply through e-candidates. And why is it called e-candidate? I mentioned in I mentioned in one of my videos anyways that the e-candidates application procedure, you could be summoned for an interview, you could be summoned for a physical exam, like you could be summoned for anything. So they expect you to already be in France, and so when you're summoned for any of these exams or interviews, you're able to go to wherever city that interview is going to take place. Sometimes there could also be application fees and all sorts of things, but hear me out, there's many situations where you don't have to pay application fee as well, and you will not be summoned for anything. They might just accept you because your application stands or stood out. Okay, so you're watching this video and you might be wondering, oh, I'm in Kenya, I'm in Nigeria, how am I going to apply through the e-candidate application platform? So what I want to say is that there are many people as well who actually applied through e-candidate application procedure from their countries, and they were lucky enough that their program didn't ask for an extra interview or extra exam on site or ask for anything extra. They just chose them, but then the problem will not be like visa because you're not in the country. So I'm still going to talk about that. So what I'm saying is that you can just apply through this e-candidate application procedure and wait for, keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully grace speaks for you and help you out here. I planned to actually look it up, ask my colleagues that applied through e-candidate to tell me the process and do a whole full step-by-step video today, but I'm literally struggling to make this video because I just want to answer your questions, but I won't be doing that step-by-step video. So I would encourage you, just type on YouTube e-candidate application. I'm sure there's someone somewhere who might have made such video. I think the twist about e-candidates application platform, why it's different from the Campus France, is that you actually have to create an account for each school. Instead of, for the Campus France, I applied to 6 schools just with one application. Like if you apply to 7 schools, it's just with one application. But for the e-candidate, you need to create an e-candidate account for each school and send the application individually. Some schools will also ask for like you to send your documents in like your hard copy documents in form of like paper, print them out and send it to their mailboxes. That if you don't send it to their mailbox, your application will be rejected. So that's another like big deal for e-candidate application platform that you should look out for. Be careful. So now I'm going to talk about the second way that you can also apply to France and still get admission. There's something that I know that lots of people are familiar with and they don't just know. Do you know that if you type on Google, just type universities in France or universities in Canada or whatever, universities in France that study business administration course fully taught in English, if you want it to be fully taught in English. Do you know that there are many schools that are going to pop up? Have you ever tried that? I think you should try it. Those universities whose programs are fully taught in English, most of them are not actually on the Campus France application procedure. These programs, they only always, need maybe 10-15 students per year. So they don't really broadcast themselves. And sure, they're going to be really expensive because you're studying you are coming for a program fully taught in English in a French-speaking country. Most of the programs on Campus France, you might be lucky to find cheap, affordable programs. But for those outside the Campus France application platforms, they will definitely be expensive. So if you can afford it, why not? So I actually did this a lot. I plan to show you my laptop screen, but I'm just sorry, you guys should just forgive me because I'm not going to be able to do that. After making this video, I have tons of presentations to prepare for and I don't have that time. I just typed the program that I was looking for and then it popped up. I opened several sites of these different schools and I saw that the applications begin maybe February 2023, and the application, you just send your documents. Once you click on apply, you create an account on the school site and you upload your documents, and that's all you need to do. Just upload your documents on the school site right there and then, and they get your application immediately. So it's the fastest way. And you might be thinking that, oh, how am I so sure that I'm actually going to stand a chance for something like that? So that's why I'm going to tell you guys this story. So I recently met a Nigerian in my city. If he's watching this video, hello. I recently met a Nigerian in my city and he's been in France for 6 years or even close to 7 years. He doesn't speak French. He doesn't speak French at all. Even till now, he doesn't speak French. So he was just in his room in Nigeria that year, and suddenly all these sponsored ads just popped up on his screen. Study so course in France, fully taught in English, and he opened it. He was at this stage where it was nursing a visa the rejection or something, or he couldn't proceed with the visa he was trying to apply for another country. So he just opened it, so that this program related perfectly with his academic and professional experience. And with the documents that he already had for the country he was actually trying to process, he just, because that the deadline for the program was that night, next thing he uploaded all the documents, the same documents, the motivation letter and everything he used for another country, he uploaded it straight to the school website immediately. And in 2 weeks or something, he got contacted that he has been scheduled for an interview, physical interview in one region in France. So, he sent them back a mail that, okay, I'm still in Nigeria. There's no way I'm going to come for this interview and everything. And they were like, if you cannot come for the interview, that's going to be all. That's going to be the end of it. And he was like, okay, he accepted his fate. Just for the school to contact him back that, okay, you know what, your application looks good. Can we schedule an online interview with you? And he was like, sure, yes. So they had an online interview with him, exceptionally had an online interview with him, and the school, chose him. He was part of the 8 people that were chosen, just 8 for the program. So like I said earlier, these private universities kind of like, they already have maximum they want to choose maybe just 10 or 15, because it's going to really be like, in a class where you're just gonna be learning, like, I think it was 2 years masters or something. So and this type of schools, it comes with accommodation, like, because it's private, they have the accommodation, they have rooms and everything. So all he needed was to get the admission letter. When he got the admission letter, he applied for his French visa himself. So if you are wondering how to apply for your French visa, I already made a video about that, and I'm going to link it up here somewhere. He applied for his visa like that, and in 1 week he got his visa to travel to France. Even though he had already been having issues with another country, he just ignored that country and traveled to France. I was just just to tell you that there are situations that, I'm not going to say that grace or God was not involved in this situation, but I'm also going to say that it gave it a shot. Do you get? Like, if you had seen that program and said, oh, it expires this, the deadline is this night and I cannot make it, if you had said all those things, it wouldn't have happened. So I'm just saying, sometimes you just need to push yourself to actually do research. Many people wait for people to spoon feed them. I have people sending me messages, can you do the application for me for free? Like, why would I go live my own life and things that I'm busy doing to just do even if I'm God? Like, I mean, you need to actually take a break from scrolling on Instagram or whatever you scroll on, and dedicate 1 hour every day or 2 hours every day to your own life and your future. Go on Google, look for these schools that you are interested in. People ask me, can you give me a list of schools that are affordable? I don't know, because I don't have them in my head. When I wanted to apply, I did my own research. I was in my own corner and I did my own research. Those that pay me to do things like that, I'm paid for it. I sit down at the corner and I search for schools. But you can't just, I can't just leave what I'm doing and come and look. I'm telling you how to find the fish. So you go on Google, look for an hour or two, search for schools, applications for this online, sending of your application. This random, it's not a platform, it's just you sending your application to the schools. Applications open February, ending of this January end, February, March. Some applications are open to like July and you are resuming September. The third method or way I'm going to be talking about, you just waiting. Yes, just wait. Application is going to be out October 2023 for the next year. So you are going to resume next year, 2024 September. So what are you going to do from now? This is February, March, April, May, June, July, August. You can use these 7 months to gather your documents together. Start working towards it. From now, go on the Campus France catalog and look for programs that interest you. Search for these programs and have them by your side and work towards it. if there's something that they require, an eligibility criteria, and that you don't have yet, start working towards it. If it's you know, having to do an exam, having to do like DELF for France, having to do DELF or DALF. DELF or DALF is Diplôme Approfondi or Diplôme Études de Langue Française, something like that. You know, the A1, A2, B1, B2 kind of thing. If you have to do those exams, sit for the exams and get your certificate ready. If you have to do an health exam or Cambridge or whatever, just go and do those exams and just gather your documents together. And you don't need to rush that, oh, with the things I have, I'm just going to apply. You can try to apply, but at the same time, sometimes it's good to wait, have something doing. Try to volunteer here and there in that line that you are looking to get admission in, because they take voluntary work very important in Europe. In this country, they take voluntary work very important. They see you as, if you can volunteer, if you can do something, it means you're actually efficient. So you know, you can volunteer, you can try to get a job for 3 months, intern somewhere. I know it's not easy, like to intern or to do voluntary work, you're not getting paid, it's difficult, very difficult, but I'm just saying that it's something that you can just do with the time while you're waiting for the application to open. So be informed, stay updated, ready, be intentional about applying. I knew I was going to apply for masters from in September 2021. So from December 2020, January 2021, I'd started going for exams. I started gathering my documents. I failed one exam. I did it again and I passed. So, you know, I was working towards what I knew that I was going to use, you know, to qualify for whatever masters I'm going to apply to across different countries. So you need to actually be intentional about it. That's why I'm saying that sometimes it's just good to wait, gather your documents so your application is strong. I told you guys a story of a guy that the school decided to break protocol for his sake and had an online interview with him. If his application didn't stand out from others, they wouldn't do that. If it was a rush mediocre application, if it didn't have what it took to be in that program, I don't think they would have gone through that extra mile just for him. I don't know if you guys get my point, but what I'm saying is that if you know yourself, that ask yourself the question, if I'm actually one of the jury, the admission committee, if I see my own application, would I take my application over hundreds of students that also applied from every part of the world? Will I actually take my own application? Like, will my application stand out? You're in a competition with lots of people. That's one thing that you should know. That's just the third way that you can actually come to France. I know it's not 2023 September, but 2024 September. So I hope this video was helpful one way or the other. If it was, you know, I'm not feeling fine and I made this video, so you had better like this video. If you watch this video without liking it, what I'm going to do, please like this video. I'll give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment below in the comment section. If you don't have anything to say, tell me. Get well soon. Yes, definitely share this video to someone that you know that this video is going to bless, someone that this video is going to like really speak to. Share this video with them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.